Dive into a couple variations in the 1.5 series that are very effective tools for fishing in grass. Typically, when people fish around grass, they go with a lipless bait. LV-RTO, LV-100, LV-500, but we have come out with some great variations for fishing grass. One is the 1.5 moonsault. Has that real kind of, loud BB rattle to it. To me, it's a smaller rattle chamber, whereas we have the 1.5 rattle in, the RT. It's like a louder rattle. It has a different sound than the moonsault. This is the RT. Then we have the 1.5 SSR. So now, when and why am I going to use these three variations of the 1.5? To me, the moonsault is a really good smallmouth bait. When you're in fisheries that have smallmouth, a lot of times you have these good grassy little bays that you have patches of grass, you have rock, you have that, that mix between cabbage grass and rock. The moonsault is a good smallmouth crankbait. The reason is they like that real subtle, I say it's subtle, it's not that real loud knock to it. It's more of a subtle. For some reason, smallmouth like that real BB kind of rattle to it. So that's the moonsault. So I'm fishing grassy areas that have rock and smallmouth, I'm gonna run the moonsault. When I'm fishing for largemouth around grass, and I want that real loud rattle to bring them from a long ways away, I'm gonna go with the RT. Now, the 1.5 SSR, this right here happens to be in the BE gill color. This is my favorite crankbait in the grass because it's a shallow running crankbait, lots of grass. This is one that you're gonna throw to replace a chatterbait, vibrating jig. This is one where when they're short striking a chatterbait, you can't short strike the 1.5 SSR. When they come up and nip at it, they're getting a mouthful of treble hooks. This one right here, I like the fact that it has a small little bill. I can wind that thing right in the middle of scattered grass everywhere. It has that rattle in there, but I like that real shallow running, real small bill. Thing only runs about a foot to maybe 2 feet at the most. Run shallow. This is great for really thick, heavy grass, submerged grass, where you can wind this thing across the top. And all three of these are very effective at actually hitting grass, touching grass, and having you snap it free. You will catch fish that you will not catch on any kind of lipless bait because they've seen so many of those lipless baits. I like to change things up when it's in a highly pressured area and throw either the moonsault for smallmouth, the RT for largemouth, or the 1.5 SSR for largemouth around grass that are heavily pressured by other guys throwing vibrating jigs as well as lipless baits. You can catch them on these build baits in the same areas those guys are throwing those other baits. So good variations to the 1.5 series, 3 separate ones that are unique in their own way and very effective tools for catching more fish.